To all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and this is my world of wonder. Today I'm joined again by my beautiful wife, Adriana.
Hello.
And for the first time ever, my oldest sister, Ralyn.
Hi.
I almost said Parker. I don't know how that still hasn't died down. It's been almost 10 years.
It's been almost 10.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's still habit, but yeah, so for those of you listening on Spotify and all those good places, everything seems pretty normal for you. For those of you watching the video version here on YouTube, things look quite different at the moment, and that's because today we wanted to present my top 3 Disney games that are fun to play during New Year's. We're going to try to commentate as much as we can because there's no visuals on the audio podcast. But on YouTube, you'll be able to see what we have. And I will try to remember to put links for all these games somewhere.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'll try to put them in the show notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they're all fun. And I'm hoping that, like, if we get this out on, well, if we get it on a Friday, like, I'll have to have, like, Prime Tomorrow delivery. Like,
Yeah.
some of them, actually, I think all of them we bought at Walmart or Target.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them are local, but you might have a little bit of trouble. So,
We're just gonna give our little review on the games and our opinions on them.
yeah. Cool.
Let's see how this
Noah
goes.
and I have played all of them
Yes.
before, but it's Raylan's
Yes.
first
This is
time
Raylan's
playing.
first time.
Yeah, so
So yeah, so we'll just jump straight into it. The first game that I picked up that is Disney themed that we're going to talk about today is a game called Chronology Disney Edition. Actually, technically, I think it's called Disney Edition Chronology. The way it's laid out on the box, that's how it reads.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a blue box. It's got some cool Disney characters on it. It is a Disney 100 branded thing. For those of you watching on YouTube, oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I was just
No,
gonna say,
please
the
do.
game where you make Disney history. That's like the little,
Oh yes, that's the
yeah,
tagline
yeah.
on it. So for those of you watching on YouTube, you'll see that this box is massive, and for those of you listening, this box is huge. It's probably
Bigger than your hand.
like 7 inches long and like 3 inches, 4 inches wide. But when you take the cover off and you grab the cards out, it's such a large box for an
that's so
unnecessarily
weird.
small
It could be
deck
like
of cards.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity own box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like an
the-
expansion.
yeah, it's like
pack.
and it's even smaller
Yeah.
than the expansion packs. The
Yeah.
expansion packs are
Well, they do have some that are smaller like
That's
that,
fair.
but
So in this box, basically this game is a game of creating a timeline. I'm going to just shuffle them real quick here for us. So basically each card has a Disney event, like a film coming out, or I think most of them are film related, to be honest, or significant events in Disney history. And tied to each one is a year and month that event occurred.
And we get started off with 2 cards.
Yeah, we start off with 2 cards.
Okay.
2 events.
Yes, so you get 2 events. So I'll deal out some cards really quick, and you will flip your card over, and you will set them up in a timeline order. So, for example, my first one says a mother and daughter switch places in the film Freaky Friday, and that came out in December of 1976. So that will go on the left side of my timeline.
okay.
The next one is Pixar's superhero family film The Incredibles is released in theaters. That was November of 2004.
You got a large gap.
So I have a huge gap in my timeline. And basically what's going to happen is Adriana will draw a card and read it to me. And I have to determine where I believe it fits in my timeline. You don't have to say when it happened. You don't have to try to guess the month and year it happened. You just have to figure out where in your timeline it fits. So Raylan,
Okay.
if you would, did I just... No, we're good. Read off your timeline for me.
Okay. That Darn Cat is released. It is the first of 10 Disney films starring Dean Jones, December 1965. And then The Rescuers debuts and becomes the first Disney animated film to inspire a sequel, December of 1976.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. So yeah, you only have 11 years in your timeline here. Some of the things that we'll
Yeah,
read will
pretty
be like
lucky on my
super
first-
obviously
Yeah.
on one side or the other of your timeline. But there's definitely going to be some stuff that slides in the middle, and it's going to be tricky to find them.
Advantage and disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, darling, please read your timeline for
So I
us.
have the musical feature Bed Knobs and Broomsticks premieres in the United States, December 1971, and Alice in Wonderland returns to the screen in all new live action retelling of the story in March 2010.
Nice. So you
So I
have
got
you have a
pretty
pretty
good-
good.
yeah.
I think.
I got a good gap
What
too.
is it?
Yeah. You got a decent gap. I think yours
Yeah.
is slightly bigger than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not gonna like do the whole game. The object of the game is to get to 7 cards in your timeline. First person to 7 cards in their timeline wins. So basically, you're trying to add 5 cards to your timeline.
Okay.
We're not
And
going to
I
go
have
through
to
all
go
that.
in the middle of these.
Maybe.
Or- okay,
Am I
or
after,
just go-
Or am I
okay.
go before? Yeah.
That's the trick. That's what you got to figure out.
Okay.
So go ahead and draw a card and read just the event to me, and I will
Okay.
try to figure out where it
Yeah.
goes in my timeline. We're not going to do the full round. We're probably just going to play 3 or 4 times around.
Okay. The sci-fi adventure Tron premieres and is inspired by the neon light arena of video games.
Okay, that definitely
Oh.
goes in between 76 and 04.
Yeah.
It's like 82.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my
Are
God.
you serious? How did you get
Have you
that?
had this card before?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I really like
Dang,
Tron. Tron is
okay.
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
it became one of my favorite movies. I was not around when it came out.
Definitely not.
And actually, it was when Tron Legacy came out.
Yeah.
After that came out, I watched it and I was like, I want to see the original. And I think I ended up buying the DVD. So,
That was impressive. Okay.
yeah. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a card and read it to Raylan. And I
Oh,
guess something I should
Lord.
mention
Okay.
is if you can't get it,
Then she
or
gets
if you
to
guess and you're wrong, it goes to her.
And
And
I
if you
could-
guess and you're wrong, the way we played it before is I would automatically get it, but
Oh,
I think
okay,
we're going to
yeah.
discard them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the way you should play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair. Like, if I
Right,
just-
because you already
yeah,
know
if I
what
just
the
get to-
date is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
some
I
of
could
us are not
steal
very
it.
good at Disney movie trivia.
Right.
Okay.
And this is where I have problems because I'm not the best reader, and so I don't have a good rememberer on how to pronounce things. But Johnny Tremaine premieres and becomes inspiration for Liberty Square at Walt Disney World. Where do you think that fits in your timeline?
Oh Lord.
Between, after, before.
Oh, that's so hard. It could be either one. It could go before, in between, or it could go after.
What do you think?
Could also go before.
Yeah. Disneyland or Disney World?
Walt Disney World.
Hmm.
So think about what time Walt Disney World opened.
That's what I'm thinking about. That's why I said it could go
That's not a
in
super
between or
huge help,
after.
Actually, I'll be honest. That's not a
It's
super
not a
huge help.
super huge help.
No.
You would think after all the times that we went to Disney in such a short period
Yeah.
of time, and especially the number of times we went to it's the America
Well, this
Or-
is Liberty Square. This would be in
Liberty
Magic
Square,
Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So
You think it was before 65? Between 65 and 76?
I think it was between 65 and 76.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
I'm gonna go before in the middle for me.
That was an unwise choice.
Really?
Yeah. If it's not in between
Oh.
hers, it could not possibly be in
Whoops.
between yours. It was 1957.
Oh, dang.
dang,
Okay.
So way
Whoopsies.
before yours.
Yeah.
Well, not way before. It's still only,
Oh,
was it 8
that's
years?
8.
That was dumb.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now you draw and Adriana will guess.
Okay. Mary Poppins tops the box office and becomes the most Oscar-nominated Disney film of all time.
Mary Poppins. It's an old movie,
It is indeed.
Yes.
but like
Quite.
Oscars.
Quite old.
Oscar.
When was the first Oscar premiere? I don't even know.
Way before any of us were on this planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. My gut is saying before 1971, but like it's probably not, so I'm gonna go in the middle.
Noah?
Yeah, I
In the
think
middle?
it's no. I'm pretty sure it was before 71, so it's before 76.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it goes here for me.
Yep. So you get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 64.
Wait, it was before. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I was right. Dang it, should go.
Yeah.
Stick with your gut. That's such an
I
important thing with this
know.
game.
Oh,
Stick
man.
with your gut, unless
Yeah.
like your gut, unless you like know factually that your gut is wrong.
Right.
Okay. Dang, well, Noah's winning.
Oh my God. I'm shocked.
Noah
Maybe
has
we will
1,
play
2,
the
3,
whole round. I
4.
only need 2 more.
I mean,
3 more. I only need 3
Oh
more.
my goodness. The animated TV series DuckTales premieres starring Scrooge McDuck and his 3 nephews.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I should
Yeah.
know this. I
Mhm,
should know
mhm.
this, but I feel like it's between 64 and 76.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
oh boy.
Oh.
It's before 65.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Oh, it's later.
Yeah, so
Was it
Did
between
it-
76
it
and
was-
82?
No, it's
Oh,
even,
is-
it's even
Oh.
later.
90s,
No,
2000s.
it's late 80s, 1987.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, even the Disney guy doesn't know everything. I never watched DuckTales growing up. But okay,
Yeah,
here
I
we
was
go.
going to say.
Okay, Cinderella makes it. Cinderella
for
makes
me?
its.
Me.
Okay, for Raylan, right?
Yeah, because Raylan read for you, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Cinderella makes its bippity boppity boo debut in movie theaters.
Ooh.
Did that happen before 65?
Oh,
Between
jeez,
65
so
and
hard.
76? Or after 76? She's thinking hard. If you listen closely, you can hear the steam coming out.
If you look, you'll see it out of this one. Between.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
Oh.
I'm not good at this game.
After 71 and between.
Nope.
What?
1950.
50.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Movie
that was
theaters
actually kind of dumb.
were a
of me.
thing
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a long, long time.
That was a brain fart.
Yep.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I suck.
Don't suck.
Three Little Pigs wins the Oscar for short subject cartoon.
Before 71. Please. Yay.
Very, very nice.
Okay.
Good job. That was way
She
before.
said, I have no
Okay.
idea what that means.
Okay, so Oscar. Wow, okay. Okay. Number 53, the freewheeling Volkswagen Bug with a mind of his own returns to the big screen in Herbie, fully loaded.
Oh. This is where I struggle.
You
hard.
might be able to guess if he
I
gets it
might
wrong.
be able. We'll see.
Well, you're...
The Incredibles is what's screwing me up right now.
Yeah.
It's because I can't remember which side of that it would go on.
50-50 chance.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm very bad at 50-50 shots, though. That's the problem. I'm gonna say before November 2004.
Mm-mm.
After.
76, 2005.
Okay, I was like, it was either 03 or 05. It was one of the two. I
Yeah,
just
it
couldn't
was-
think
yeah.
which one it was.
It's on one side or the other.
Dang. Okay. Mulan debuts on Disney Plus as new live-action version of the animated film.
After.
Wow. The fact that,
That
it's
one
Disney
was
Plus
easy.
didn't help.
Yeah, right. That one.
That's only
That just
been
gave it
around
away.
since 2020, so...
Nice.
True.
Or was it
I did not.
2019? I can't remember if it came out right at the end of 2019. Yeah, it did.
Like, yeah.
I think it was right at the end of 2019.
All right.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
The world's first commercially sold soundtrack is released. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Soundtrack before.
No.
Oh, dang, it's between. Okay.
It is definitely before 64.
Dang.
1938.
Dang.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5. I need
So
2.
long ago. Dang, yeah, literally Noah has 5.
Already.
Raylan has
I have
4.
4. I'm
have
proud of
3.
myself.
What's tricky is when you start getting more cards into it.
Yeah.
Then you like your gaps like the first one I had. What was that?
Right.
Tron.
Yeah,
Super
that
easy
was
to
easy.
get because like
Yeah.
it was definitely before 64 and it was or definitely after 64 but definitely
definitely
before 04. So
Yeah.
cool. So yeah. So you
My
draw.
turn?
Yeah. Well, technically it's my turn, but
Yeah.
Well,
My turn.
yeah.
An extraterrestrial cat lands in theaters in live action cosmic comedy The Cat from Outer Space. Never heard of that before.
I want to say between 82 and 04.
Between 82 and 04? No.
Yeah. No? Oh. Embarrassing.
Between 76 and 05?
Yes. 1979.
Ah, dang. I should have moved
So
it to the other side of that. I thought it was early
yeah.
80s. I was thinking like 83 something.
Well, I mean, it was late 79.
Yeah,
so
it was, like,
or
basically
mid
the
79.
80s.
So, like, it was close enough.
We try. Okay. Zootopia is released featuring an unlikely team of Top Cop Bunny and scam artist Fox.
Between.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
See, I feel-
I only need one more.
Right?
Oh,
the,
wow.
the mid stuff is like I feel super easy. Like
Yeah, okay.
basically anything after 05, I'm like I got this.
My
'Cause
last
that's
two
when my
were really
consciousness
easy.
really
Those were like,
Consciousness.
That's when I became a person. Was in 05. I remember it distinctly. I just
5
like woke
years
up one day.
old. My first memory.
right.
Yeah. I was
All
7
right.
actually. I took a little longer than others.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Mysterious things happen on Halloween in the film of the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Oh my gosh. Between 1971 and 2010?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Between 64 and 76.
No.
That's crazy. What year was that?
1948.
Oh, good lord! I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was that old.
I know.
Not bad though. I mean, I never got to enjoy the ride, and I haven't ever watched the movie or anything. So I don't
That's
know.
true.
Hopefully, it's good. Y'all tell us if you think it's good.
Maybe it's good. Have any of you ever seen it?
Mom has.
Comment
Well,
below.
sure.
Mom, how is it?
Mom. Okay. Captain Nemo shows us a world under the waves in the film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I have no idea what that is.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Between 64 and 76. Dang it! I don't know nothing.
Caleb's really good at this game. I played with him for the first
I'm
time.
just really lucky.
Before 65?
Yes. 1954.
54.
Dang!
Oh yeah.
Great job. Was that your last one?
That
Is
was
that
my
7?
last
Yeah,
one.
Hey, great job, really.
Hey, I really thought I was going to lose, guys.
So apparently I lied. We were just gonna go ahead and play the full round.
There we go.
Raylan wins.
I mean, that
Excellent
one-
job.
It does say on the deck
quick.
that it takes about 20 minutes. Around
Well, that's
20
perfect.
minutes.
'cause that was what I was looking
that,
for.
That was your
so.
goal.
Excellent. So Raylan,
Awesome.
That's
as a
pretty nice.
mother of 3 children,
Yep.
how would you rate this game?
For like kids and adults, I guess. Or...
I feel like
Well,
the kids
yeah, I
side,
feel
it's
like the
wah,
kids,
wah.
yeah, they wouldn't necessarily
Yeah.
be able to play. Like, it maybe if we like went through and pulled out like all the like before,
I
like
think you'd end up with 10 cards.
2005, 2004, like they might be okay, but
Yeah.
Out of 5
the ages
stars.
that my kids are, just definitely would be a little rough.
Yeah.
Out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
As a Disney fan, how do
As
you
a
rate
Disney,
it?
I give it a 4 and a half.
It's a pretty fun game.
It's pretty
It's
good.
pretty fun. I like the time limit.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
I
the
like that it's
timeline
short.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I would personally give it like closer to a 4
Yeah.
out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Just
I'm
because
thinking-
there's so much stuff in here that was before I was born.
Right.
Like most of this game is before I was born.
We do know a lot of older Disney movies, but like if it goes all the way back to like what's his name? Mortimer Mouse.
Right. Like 28. Yeah. Like,
I wouldn't know any of that. Like,
yeah, that's rough for sure.
You know, mom definitely taught us a lot.
Excellent.
I
Okay.
give it a 3.8.
3.8. Okay, so almost a 4.
It's a good game for like, oh, I'm bored. There's nothing new. Oh, let's play this, just because it's like quick.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a fun.
It's not
fun
like
game.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
You can't just sit down and play a quick game of Monopoly.
Right. That doesn't exist.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, before we jump into Haunted Mansion, I'm gonna just pause for a second so we can reset all the cameras, just so that it doesn't happen while we're in the middle of playing.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so
Ready
the
to
second game
roll.
that I put on my list is the Haunted Mansion, which is a interesting board game. Very
I
nice
like
point.
the
Pretty.
box. It's a nice
The box
It
is
is
like
pretty
the
cool.
best part,
I like
in my
it.
opinion.
Yeah.
But so
The game's all right,
inside-
but that box.
Yeah, so inside the box, the board consists of 5 rooms. No, 6 rooms. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, 6 rooms. You have pawns that you move around that are different colors. They're kind of shaped like gargoyles. And then you have a little miniature of the hitchhiking ghosts, which is honestly the thing that drew me to this the most, because I love the hitchhiking ghosts. Basically, so the board has, instead of having like a spinner to spin for your turn, there's a little dial that sits in the middle of the board. And I'm realizing as I'm speaking right now that this is going to be kind of challenging for podcast purposes.
Well, I can try and explain it.
Yeah, we
as
can kind of briefly go over it. I'm going to hand you the instructions so you can kind of read through that while I get this guy set up.
Okay.
Oh, I will also point out, people on YouTube, visually, people on podcasts, audibly, the backside of the board, when you first take it out of the box, has an illustration of the Haunted Mansion from the parks. I believe it's modeled after the one in Disneyland. And the board says, "Welcome, foolish mortals" on it. And I honestly love that.
That's
So,
awesome.
that's on the back of the
Okay.
board, so you don't get
I
to
mean,
see
I
that
haven't
while you're
played
actually
this
playing
yet,
it. It's actually,
but
it's like a whole,
I would
it's like
buy
whole
this
artwork.
game
Yeah, it's
just
cool. I like that.
That's cool.
just to frame
Just to frame
the
the
back of the board.
Yeah, it's pretty. So the objective is the players gain points by socializing with ghosts around the haunted mansions. Players collect ghost cards to make sets in front of them, which are worth different point values. Players want to avoid haunt cards, as the most quote-unquote haunted player will lose points. The player with the most points at the end wins. And so how to play: the game is played in rounds. Each round consists of 2 phases. First one is the event phase, 2 action phase. So in the event phase, at the start of each round, you do the following in order. So first you draw an event card and place it face up next to the event deck. And then you move the hitchhiking ghosts, the number of rooms shown, and in the direction indicated by the arrow, clockwise or counterclockwise. Each player that is in a room that the hitchhiking ghosts move through must draw out haunt card, must draw 1 haunt card. Each player that is in the room where the hitchhiking ghosts end their movement must draw 2 haunt cards. Does this starting to like remind you of how to play?
Yeah,
You can
I
kinda do
remember
your
how to
own
play.
words.
Does
Okay,
it make
good.
sense?
All right, and then note: players who are in the room. I remember first playing this game. It was so confusing for me at first. I was like, "Wait, how do you play this?"
Sounds a little confusing, but we'll get
it's
there.
fine. Players who are in the room where the hitchhiking ghosts began their movement do not draw any haunt cards. Okay, then step 3. Put ghosts in the mansion by drawing ghost cards equal to the number of players plus 3. Place the first 2 cards face up in the same room as the hitchhiking ghosts. Then, moving clockwise, place 1 card face up in each room until all cards have been placed. Depending on the number of players, it is possible that some rooms will not receive a card. When placing cards, do not cover up cards that are already on the game board. All cards in each room should be visible to the players. and then you read the round condition.
Yeah. The more I'm sitting here, the more I'm like, maybe this isn't.
It's kind of hard.
Might be a little tricky.
Yeah, it's a pretty complicated game. It was fun to play, but I'm remembering now that like the setup for it was such a process.
Do you want me to read?
Like
do you need a setup reminder again?
No.
You know how to.
Yeah,
I
pulled out some of the cards and just made sure the final turn card was in this set, but it's not all of the cards, so.
Okay.
We're only gonna play until we get to the final. There's a card in here that says final round, and that means that you move the room that number of times, and then it's the final round. So you tabulate your scores after that. I don't know that we're really gonna tabulate scores after this.
Yeah.
But so in the middle of the board there is a seance room where your character chills, and then that is surrounded by the never-ending hallway. So it's basically just a circle that circles that seance room. And so there's like an inner circle and an outer circle. When you're in the inner circle, you're in the seance room, and then you step out onto the outer circle. That means you are in whatever room you're in. Your pawn doesn't have to come off the little turning table. It doesn't need to come out here. It stays there.
Okay.
And then that is considered in this room.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have like some special conditions on your card here. So actually, these little cards, it does come with cards like Adriana is saying. There's different phases to a turn, and the card tells you
which phase you're in.
Like, well, it tells you like what you can do in each phase. So the first phase.
Do we get cards? I forget if we get cards.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember, but. The one thing I do need to remember, if you can find it in the instructions, is how you determine where the hitchhiking ghosts start.
It says place a hitchhiking ghost mover in the crypt.
Okay. Is that...
Shuffle ghost cards and place them.
Is that the crypt or the graveyard? Where's the crypt?
That's the crypt. This is a graveyard, bro. Do the headstones? That's the crypt right there.
It says prepare I don't know. Okay. Prepare the event deck.
Oh wait. That's the crypt.
Remove the final round card and set it aside.
My bad.
Remove a number of cards equal to the number.
There's like a little...
I don't think we used that last time we
I
played.
don't remember. I don't know what
it's
for.
yeah.
It's a decoration.
Yeah, so pick
It's
the
the
color you want to be
candle.
Ralyn.
Gray.
Gray. Basic. And I will give you the gray card.
I am white.
That'll tell you what you can do on your turn. And you can take up to 3 actions per turn. You can repeat any of them except for duel and discard. So you could move the room 3 times in one turn if you want to. Or you could move into a room 3 times in a round if you want to. But you can't do anything in those rooms if you do that. You can rotate the hallway, so you can turn the hallway. If I remember right, you can turn it any amount you want.
Yeah.
But once you stop, that's one move. So if you go any more from after stopping, then you're starting another
move. Okay.
Okay, what color would you like to be, baby?
Purple.
There you go. And I'm going to be lime green because I like it. Or I guess technically it's yellow, but whatever. Okay.
It's lime green.
So basically, what we have to do now is we will draw a move card. And the move card has the hitchhiking ghosts on it. And it has a number at the top and then a direction clockwise or counterclockwise. And the number tells you how many rooms you move the hitchhiking ghosts. And the directional arrows tell you which direction, whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise. So this one is 2 counterclockwise. So I'll move them 2 rooms counterclockwise.
Landed in which room?
That is the graveyard.
Okay.
And then there's also a condition on the card that is active for this whole first round. And it says each time you collect a ghost card from the hitchhiking ghost's room, draw 2 haunt cards instead of 1. So I will now take these haunt cards, which have ghosts on them, or sorry, these ghost cards. And it's the number of players plus 3.
Yes.
And it's 2 in the hitchhiking ghost room.
Probably.
So you get these ghost cards that have different ghosts on them that are related to the ride. Pardon our dust as we read the instructions. The next game will go by a lot faster, and it'll be a lot easier to understand and a lot more fun. I think it's my favorite one, so that's why.
Okay.
Honestly, if I was re-ranking these, I would have put this one first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The round condition.
I think you're right.
Okay, so the ghost cards drawn from the deck, add them to the game board. 3 players plus 3, so 6 ghost cards. The first 2 cards are placed in the hitchhiking ghost room, and the others are placed in the rooms moving clockwise from the attic to the graveyard.
Okay.
Oh, I guess not from that's just the direction until all cards are placed. So, so I have ghost cards, so I'm gonna flip. They're all face down right now, so I'm gonna flip them face up and put 2 of them in the hitchhiking ghost room, and then I'll place 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we have some ghosts hanging out in all the rooms except for whatever this one is.
I think that's the attic.
Yeah, you're right. That is the attic.
Attic-y.
Yeah. So like we have a stabby guy,
Skeleton.
a skeleton looking dude, and they all have different attributes, and they're all part of different collections. So you're trying to get like a collection of cards. So basically, I'll go first just for demonstration purposes, and I'm the lime green one. So in the middle of the room, I look at my actions, and I can move, rotate, collect, duel, or discard. If you're in the seance room, you cannot collect a card because you're not in any rooms.
Right.
So I have to step out of there into one of the rooms with my little pawn, and I'll go into whatever this room is, the little pipe organ room. So that's one action. I could take 2 more. So I will collect this card. So I now have 1 ghost. And then on the card, it also has conditions. So the one that I picked says, draw a card from the ghost deck when you collect this card. So since I've drawn that card, I then go to the ghost deck, and I can take 1 more card. And then this one says, draw a haunt card when you collect this card. So then I have to grab one of these little haunt cards, and it tells you how many haunt points you get on the other side. And I get 3 haunt points, so I'm currently the most haunted out of all 3 of us. So that was my second move, was to take that. If your card tells you that you can take another card, that does not count towards your action.
Okay.
And what's the objective of this game again?
To be the least haunted.
Oh, to be the least
and to have, well, to have the highest
most
score at the end.
Okay. And
but like
what's
right
the
now,
points
ghost
again?
cards.
so I have 4 points for this card and 1 point for this card.
Okay.
So right now I have 5 points, but because of this, I only have 2.
Okay.
And then for my final action, I'm going to rotate the room so that I'm hovering inside of the dining room.
Okay.
This table is not super great for this, but
Okay.
cool. So now
It's
you can look
my
at your
turn.
now you can look at your actions, and you can see what things you can do. But there's some collections in this game that are related to the ride. Like you can have a collection of the stretching room paintings. You could have a collection of the bride with all of her grooms that she's beheaded. And there's a
All the
couple other
beheaded
collections, but
grooms?
like each one has like some kind of thing. Like this guy's a top hat and this guy's a chandelier. I don't know what they mean, but so yeah, honestly, your first move in the first round is going to be to go into a room. There's really nothing else to do, and then you'll draw that card.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared. I can't see it over there.
No problem. And then your condition.
3 or 13 if you have the lowest. I'm assuming that's haunt value at the game's end.
Okay. So your card is worth 3 points.
Right.
But if you
I
have the lowest haunt value, it's worth
then
an
it's
additional
13.
10. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So that's 2 moves. So you can do one more thing. You can rotate the room. You can go back into the seance room.
She's moving the room.
Oh, she's rotated it 2 rooms clockwise. Interesting.
Boom.
She's trying to go after the card I was going for.
I'm gonna go get it. So I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna grab this card.
There you go.
Which is the skeleton card. And it says...
Ooh, I don't know if I would have grabbed that one first, but
Oh, well.
that's okay.
Discard a
Haunt
eyeball.
card. That's a haunt card.
When you collect this
I want to keep my
card.
eyes.
Okay.
See, so you don't have any haunt cards, so you
But,
don't
like,
get to
I
take
could
any
keep
action.
this,
Yeah,
right?
you get to keep the card.
And like if I have a haunt, I
No.
could use... No?
You can only
No.
discard the haunt card when you
When you
originally
draw the
collect it.
card.
Now that it's in your hand, you can't do that again.
No.
So now you have one more move, and since you're in a room that has 2 cards, you could take the other card.
I'll just do that.
There you go. So now she has 2 cards, and she currently has 5 points. So she is technically leading. Because
What's
you guys
3 times 1, 0 times.
So
2?
if you only have one card with the painting on it, like that little icon in the red circle.
Mm-hmm.
If you only have one, it's worth 3 points. If you have 2, it's worth no points.
Okay, so you want to have 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 1 or 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. So now that round is over. So now what happens is I draw another one of our spinny or the move card, and it says to move the hitchhiking ghosts 2 rooms counterclockwise again. So I move it this way and I move it this way. Now this is one of the parts that I don't think we got to in the instructions when we were talking about it before, and that is when the if you're in a room, so if I was here, the hitchhiking ghost passed through this room, I would take 1 haunt card.
Okay.
Because it landed in a room that you are currently in, you take 2 haunt cards.
Dang.
Yeah, so that sucks. The condition for this round is there is no limit to the number of actions you may use to discard haunt cards in the seance room. So on this round, if you move back into the seance room,
I can get rid of these.
Yeah. What I would recommend is take this card, move 1, move back into the seance room, and then discard all of your haunt cards. But it's my turn first.
Oh, it's still sorry, my bad.
So I could just totally jack you up. And well, I kind of have. Oh, sorry, I skipped a step.
Oh, you have to add
I have
more.
to add 6 more cards. So I'm gonna put 2 cards in the hitchhiking ghost room, and then I'm gonna deal out 4 more cards elsewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You very quickly get to a point where there's a ghost card in every single room.
Right.
I will go ahead and just take the guy that I'm currently in the room for, because he allows me to discard a haunt card. So I am no longer haunted at all.
Rude.
And then, so that was 1 move to do that, and that was part of his ability, so that doesn't count towards a move. Well, I can still make this work for you. I will rotate the room 1 room clockwise.
Maybe.
It's kind of hard to get it to turn. On a flatter table, it works better. It worked fine upstairs.
To the room where there's 2 cards in it.
So I'm going to take this card. That's my 3rd action, right?
Yep.
And I can now move the hitchhiking ghost 2 rooms any direction I want.
Roams.
That's rude.
And I'm going to move them 1, 2. I'll move them over here. Okay, so that's my turn done. So Ralyn, it is now your turn, and I've set you up in a way where you can still grab that card. And
But I don't want that card.
No. You do want that card.
Why do I want this card?
Points.
I don't know.
So you take it.
Oh, okay.
You draw 1. And then you go back into the seance room, and then you
just
put it back.
Oh, okay, because
now you're in the seance room.
Okay.
So now you are free to discard any of your cards, any of
them.
cards. You can discard all of them.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, there's no
then in
limit
that
to
case-
the number of actions you may use to discard
Oh, okay.
haunt cards.
Okay,
So you can,
Really?
even though this is technically 3 actions, you can just keep doing it
You're in the seance room.
until you're empty.
When you go back in the seance room?
For this particular round.
Oh, okay.
So on the card that moved the hitchhiking ghost, it told us that we could.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. It took us a little while to explain the game. We're starting to get over where I wanted to be.
Over the
But
time
that's
limit
okay
per
because
game.
Yeah,
Should
I'm
we
not
play-
super. Maybe we do one more.
Yeah,
one more
Yeah.
round,
Okay.
and then we'll quickly tabulate scores and see what happens.
Okay.
So you are in this room with me right now.
Okay. I'll take it. Sure, why not? So I'm gonna
Might
take
as well.
this card. That's 1, and then
Yes. And since that's the one for the paintings, it's not actually worth anything unless you have all 3 of them.
Right.
But, I mean,
But that's okay.
strategy.
Where are you moving to? I can
I
help.
want to go to that room.
This one?
Yes, so with all the cards.
So that's 1,
And
1, 2. Excuse me. And then you pick which one of these you want to take.
well, I don't necessarily need any of them, but
It's not
But
about
they have
needing
points.
it's just more points. So
them. I
just
would
get
think
the-
about matching if you can. I don't think you have
have
any.
Yeah.
So I don't even think I can match anything. I
Yeah,
have-
because that's I guess the way that points are tabulated at the end is like I don't have. I guess when I said I had 5 points earlier, I was wrong because I didn't. You have 4 points because it's your maximum collection.
Oh, okay.
So like these don't all count together. Only teacups go with teacups. Only tombstones go with tombstones.
Yeah.
So on.
Okay.
It's really hard to play this game in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
But
There's
what
not a lot
about
of strategy going in.
these where one of mine has an icon and the other one doesn't?
I believe that one is like colorless, and so it goes with anything.
Oh, okay.
So then technically,
So
yeah.
technically I have 7.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just get the 4.
The 4?
So is that 2?
That would
That
be
was
3.
3.
Because you took
Oh,
one from
okay.
here, you moved the room, and then you took the card. Perfect. So now we're going to do this one more round, and I hope we're doing a good enough job here. But I feel like we're probably not. Oh, this is about to go very poorly for us.
Probably not explaining.
So now the move is to rotate, or to move the hitchhiking ghosts 2 rooms clockwise. And that puts them right in the room Adriana and I are both in. So we actually both get 2 haunt cards.
Dang.
Adriana has a total of 4 haunt points right now, and I have 5. The special condition for this round is after putting the ghosts in the mansion, move all ghost cards in rooms adjacent to the hitchhiking ghosts into their room. So there are none, actually. If there's any cards in these 2.
Yeah.
Oh, after putting ghosts in the mansion. Okay, so we actually take them out of this first. So I'll put 2 in this room, which there's a lot in here because it's where they came from before I moved them. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we will move all the cards in the adjacent rooms to them. So it's just 1. Ooh, and how convenient, we're already in this room.
There's a lot of cards in that room.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm going to take both of these.
Is that 2?
There are 2 of the painting cards in here. And I need 4 total.
Is that 2 actions?
That is 2 actions.
Okay.
And my third action is going to be to challenge you.
Challenge me.
Because I want that one.
I forget how to challenge.
So with the challenge is you get this little gargoyle with a wheel on it.
Spinner.
And you rotate that wheel around. It's got 0 through 3 numbers on it. Basically, you rotate it to the number of cards, the number of haunt cards you're willing to take to get the card from the other person. And whoever has the highest bid gets the card. If we both pick the same number, the person who originally had it gets to keep it. But the downside to this is no matter what number you put, and no matter if you win or lose, you have to take that number of haunt cards no matter what.
Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever you bid, you have to take.
Okay.
Whether you win or not. So on 3. 1, 2, 3. I said 3.
Yeah, that's
So that means I get the card.
Darn it.
And it also means I have to take 3 haunt cards.
I have to take 2.
And you have to take 2.
And wait, which card do you take from mine?
He wants
That
one.
Okay. No one's gonna win.
I probably won't.
Oh, well, he's got a lot of
'Cause I have
haunt
a lot of haunt
cards,
cards.
so
I need
there's that.
one more of those. I need that one to be able to
Have points.
Yeah.
More points.
Which it's going to be impossible because we're stopping after this round. So, but in theory,
Yeah.
if we played a couple more rounds, I could get that card.
Right. Well.
Actually, I don't need either of those 2. I need a different one.
That's funny.
Because there's like the umbrella, and then there's the TNT barrel, and then there's like a sign, and then there's also an axe. And there's no axe on the board. So anyway, Ralyn.
All right.
You are in the seance room. So your first move is going to be going into a room. So that's 1. Almost.
It just doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Just
2.
take this guy. Move the ghosts 1 room when you collect this card.
Cool. So you can move the ghosts to that room or that room, whichever one you want.
This one or that one?
Yeah.
not really helpful.
See, like if we were continuing, there's some strategy you could play into there,
right?
But it kind of doesn't matter right now.
Yep.
That's it.
She has one more, I think, because you moved in here and you took the card, so you should have one more move because that doesn't count. When the card tells you to do something, it doesn't count. Oh boy, we're just running along, but that's okay. This is a complicated game, so I think once we're wrapped up here, I'll have some things to say.
Okay.
But go ahead. It should be your turn now.
Yeah.
And she turned you into a room where there's no cards, so you're kind of like.
I'll go over here, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to.
So that is one move.
I'm gonna get this card.
2 moves.
So I discard a haunt card. So I'll discard this one.
Sweet. And you have one more move.
And move. Now just I don't know. Go back in the stance.
Okay.
This is the last round.
Cool.
Anyway.
So there you go.
You can discard the haunt cards, right?
Oh,
she went back in the seance room,
well,
or
no?
it's only
Because she used her third
round.
move to get up there, and you have to
okay.
you have to already be in the seance room to discard haunt cards.
Okay.
Cool.
There you
So
go.
that's where we're gonna stop
This
that
game is
because
hard.
yeah, it's
know.
complicated. It's fun once you get into the groove. But it takes a couple rounds to get into the groove, to be honest.
First time I was playing this, like, I had no idea how to play, and I was just kept looking at Noah being like, what should I do? And
What do I do?
And then, like, looking up at Emma and Caleb be like, oh, what should I do? And they would just tell me how to play. And I would just listen and do that.
Cool. So thoughts.
Especially after
Adriana, your thoughts first this time.
Out of 5 stars, I give it a 3.
Yeah.
I give it a 3. I don't think it's that like awful or anything. Like it's entertaining.
No, it is entertaining for sure.
It's just a lot
and
to
like
remember.
I said, if you've played it a couple of times and you're in the groove, it is really fun.
Yeah. It's just a lot to remember for me.
Yeah, getting there is the hard part, to be honest. Getting into that familiarity is tricky, but
just learning how to play it is
yeah. Awesome. So I'm going to pack this game up, and we will get our third game, our final game going.
Wait, what is your rating and what is?
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that part. Honestly, I think last time we played it, I would have put it like when we played it with Caleb and Emma, I would have put it higher, but this time just felt tedious and long. I don't know, like
I feel like the tedious and long is because we're we're like on a time limit,
right? And we're also kind of trying to explain everything we're doing in great detail, and
that makes
great
it
detail. But
no, I feel like we did pretty good.
As good a detail as we can.
I hope so.
I think we did.
Yeah, so I mean, I do like the game. If you
out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
Out of 5 stars, honestly, because of the pieces, the little characters, and the hitchhiking ghosts, I give it a 4. Again.
Oh my god!
And the board.
And the board.
I give the board a 5.
As far as actual gameplay goes, I probably give it like a 3.5.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not awful, but it's not.
Yeah, I would say
there's a reason we've only played it the one time with Caleb and Emma.
What about you, Raylan? What do you rate it?
I'd say probably a 3, and it is
3,
definitely not a game that my kids could play.
Right.
It's like more adult.
Is there like an age?
Wow. That camera stopped. We'll just address these two for a second.
Rude.
Is there an age on the game? Let's see. I put that on sideways. Ages 8 and
plus.
8 and up.
I don't know. I feel like, well, maybe it's just because
I think Wayne would be kind of okay.
I think he'd
but
be okay.
I think it would take a few rounds to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I felt that this would be a fun game to play on New Year's.
Yeah, on New Year's for sure, because because it's gonna take you longer to play it.
Couple drinks in you.
That's what I was thinking.
I was gonna say you could make it a drinking game every time you get a haunt card.
Right. Yeah. You would get to take the number of shots on the haunt card.
Oh my god, no!
I would be so done at the end. Yeah.
Sips.
Take a
Not
drink,
shots.
not shots. A drink.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna get the camera rolling again, and we'll get the second game or the third. I keep saying second game.
Third game.
The third game set up, and we'll kind of
Third and
explain
last
it.
one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So give us 1 second. Okay, so we have this game set up now, and I've only had this game for 2 days, and it is probably my favorite game right now.
Nice.
How many times have you played it?
We played it twice. This is our third time now, which
Okay,
isn't a lot, but for us it is.
That's 3 times in 2 days. That's a lot.
Yeah, I guess so. So
Especially since, did you play it on Christmas
no,
Eve?
we played it
Oh, see?
of the 26th. So we played it the next day,
Oh, okay.
or Christmas Day. We played it on Christmas Day, and then
Yeah.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess we
okay,
played
so
it 3
then-
times.
Yeah.
We played
Oh,
with
so
Sophie
this is
today.
4th.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Anywho,
Anyway.
so this game is
Disney trivia.
Disney trivia. It is.
But in a board game.
It is the
version.
magical world of Disney trivia.
Yeah.
Basically, from my memory anyway,
Remember.
Trivial
You've only
Pursuit,
played it 3
but
times.
for Disney.
Oh, okay.
So you're basically trying to collect. Well, I forget what they call them in the box, but they're like swooshes, basically colored swooshes related to different colors on the
Categories.
board, different categories.
Okay.
So one of the things I love about this game, and I think would be a huge plus for you and your kids, is there are 2 different sets of cards.
One for
Oh.
kids.
There is one for kids and one for adults, and it's in
I
the
love
same
that.
box.
Yeah.
So
So you don't have to get
Yeah.
We made
the Disney Trivia Junior.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to buy a separate game. It's one game.
I like that.
It comes with how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pawns that you can play as.
Oh, where did yours go?
I didn't take it out of the box.
There you go.
Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 different pawns. We have Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, of course. Then we get Stitch. We have, I believe it's Tiana. It's kind of hard to tell because it's like
Let
a
me see.
miniature
Yeah.
sculpt, but I'm fairly confident that that's Tiana. We also get Elsa
Yeah.
and Eve and Simba. So there's 8 different characters that you can play as.
Yeah, it looks like Tiana.
And then on the board, you have these little circles. It's kind of like a
Magic
wavy,
portals.
yeah, it's kind of like a wavy board with each space is a different color, and that's the question you get read off of the card corresponding to that color. And then there's these little magic portals that if you land on, you can go to any of there's like these monuments on the board. One is Cinderella Castle from Walt Disney World. One is Pizza Planet from Toy Story.
That's cool.
This
that
one
Boo's
is
Door?
Boo's Door from Monsters Inc. There's the house from Up, and there is the like one of the huts from Moana.
Oh, that's cool.
And each of those monuments are a different color. The castle's blue, Pizza Planet's red, Boo's Door is pink, the Up house is green, and the hut is orange. And those are all the different colors for the categories. So if you land on one of the magic portals
And you need that color.
and you need that color, you can teleport to any of them.
whichever.
The other benefit to them is if you're almost at the end of the board game, but you haven't got all of your colors, and you land on that last teleporter there, you can backtrack and go all the way back to the castle, which is the first monument, and then you end up on Dumbo when you come out of there. And so you start back from almost the beginning of the board. So you can,
That's kind
try
of
to get back up
unfortunate,
there,
but
yeah, because you have to
I
get
mean,
to the
that-
end.
yeah.
But, but it does give you the opportunity to like not have to exit the board when you are still missing pieces.
right.
Yeah. And
Um,
we added our own rule for me specifically.
Yeah,
Like,
when we played last, we gave her a special rule where we read her the question off of the adult version,
special.
and if she didn't get it right, then we would give her the
hard.
mulligan, and she would get to
Okay.
answer the question off the kids one.
But
So
that's hard.
the
It's hard.
adult version is just questions with the answers on the other side. The kids version, the kids cards, have a picture of a character on the back.
Oh, okay.
Who is this? Rosetta
Yeah.
from
Tinkerbell.
the Tinkerbell movies. And so it's a picture of her, and then the questions are things like, who am I, Rosetta? What kind of fairy am I, a garden fairy?
I wouldn't get any
So
of
on
those
and so
right.
forth. And there's different questions for each color. So
The
you just
kids
draw the
ones.
card for
I
what
suck at
color
this
you're
game.
on, and it's fine.
Very bad.
Okay.
I love this game.
There you
That's
go. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
so the way the rules work is you start with the youngest first. So the youngest will spin the spinner, and it lands on 2. So she'll move 2 spaces from the beginning, and that's an orange. Do you want The picture?
I'll do the adult and then
The adult?
mulligan.
Okay. No.
And then we'll see
For
what
time's
happens.
sake, we're not going to do the
Fine.
mulligan
Let's
this
see what
time.
happens.
Fine. Just do adult.
So now I'll
That's
take
fine.
one of the cards and I'll ask her the question that corresponds to orange. So,
Am I
what
looking
are the names
stupid?
of the villains in the preschool TV series
my
Jake
gosh.
and the Neverland Pirates?
Oh my god.
No.
I don't even know. I have children. I have watched
No, but-
children
but-
for 15 years and I
multiple
wouldn't
choice?
know that.
Dang.
But don't overthink it.
Wait, what? Say it again. The
Don't
title.
overthink
Oh.
it. Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Jake.
He's not. He's the
And
good
then
guy.
Neverland.
Neverland. Oh,
Who are the bad guys?
Jack Sparrow.
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
No,
Captain
it's-
Hook.
Yes.
Yep.
And
And
it's the one I said earlier when we were playing before.
His sidekick.
You're not supposed to help out people like this, but
I just am really
she's my
sad.
wife, so I've got
Sad at this game so bad. So.
it. It's a weird sounding name.
I don't know.
It sounds like
Well,
a sound,
it's
not a
okay.
name.
It's Shmee.
Shmee?
Mr. Shmee.
Oh, okay.
Captain Hook and
Okay,
Mr. Shmee.
Okay. There you go. You're next.
All right. So now I spin my spinner. I get one, so I'll move one space forward. It is blue. Oh, I didn't mention this out loud. I just said it in my head. The person to the player's left reads the question to them.
So,
Okay,
so,
so
so
I
you read
read-
for me because it's my turn,
Right.
and you're to my left. So you read for
Oh,
me.
okay. Gotcha.
I read for Adriana.
What
Make
are
sure
we-
that
Adriana
you
reads for
Blue.
you.
make
Blue.
sure you
Oh,
have
yeah.
the answer. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you have the answers covered. That's the tricky part. Is if you're playing the kids version, you don't cover the back of the card because they need to be able to see the picture. But if you're
Right.
playing the adult cards,
You gotta hide
you
it
have to
because it
hide
has
it
the
because it has
answers.
the answers on the other side.
Just like Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Light blue.
Yeah.
What movie marks Morgan Freeman's first appearance in a Disney film? Stumped him.
I don't know.
my
Morgan
goodness.
Freeman. What? I don't even know what Disney movies he's.
I
been
don't know that you actually know this.
in. I've been here
Because I
before
don't.
and I've
I
gotten it
honestly
right, so-
don't. I haven't really kept up on like new Disney movies,
Oh, so it's a
or
new Disney
well,
movie.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Take a guess.
I kind of want to ask for hints, but
I
like,
would.
would you give me one? Would you know?
I would
if
give
I ask
you
if
one
it's
if I
animated.
knew.
Is it animated or live action? You don't even.
I don't know
Okay,
that.
So that doesn't help.
I can find out.
That makes me believe that it's probably not animated.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
I mean, it's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
that
can't really.
he would
think.
do an animated.
Right.
I
don't
think
know if
it
he'd
would be
do
live
voice. Maybe he
action.
would. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna say. This is probably no. That's way too early for it.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Texting the.
I'm just gonna
babysitter.
say a word. I'm just gonna say a movie. I know it's not it, but I'm just gonna say Babes in Toyland just so I can get
No.
an answer out because I know that's not it. But
What was it?
what is it?
The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. See, I don't know that
That's
one.
new.
Okay.
And if
thought
we
it
had
was.
watched it, it was one of the movies we kept scrolling past on
Oh,
Disney
okay.
Plus
You're
during
like,
Christmas when we were
that's
picking
so
movies, and I
funny.
literally scrolled past it every
Oh,
time.
I
If I
guess
had
it is
watched it, I would have
The
known.
Nutcracker is a
Dang.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I guess
Nice.
it was a
Dang.
Christmas.
Dang,
theme.
dang.
All right. Well, let's see how this goes.
3. So the spinner has the numbers 1 through 4 on it, and in between those numbers it says spin again. We don't play by that rule. We just pick whatever it's closer to.
Whatever it's
Yeah,
closer to.
unless it
That's
is
just, like,
truly
straight-
in the
straight.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like when we played the first time, like every third spin,
Was the spinning?
like it was spin again. And like there was one game round we played where I flicked it like 6 times and it kept
Oh
hitting
my
spin
God.
again.
Yeah,
And so we
your
decided to not do that anymore.
Okay. Green?
Yeah, that sounds.
Yes, green.
Nope.
Yeah, show the right side. Don't read the answer out loud. She did that. Well, I think we both did it because we just grabbed the card and just
Or
started
just-
reading, and we're like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's the answer."
You're like, oh.
What does Ray think the stars in the sky are in The Princess and the Frog?
Ooh,
Oh, Lord.
I know this one. I
Take
actually
a
do know
guess.
this one.
Full disclosure, never seen it.
Education.
We didn't watch it until
We
recently too.
Yeah, we recently saw it.
Fireflies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you actually got it right.
Yeah.
The only thing that made sense.
So that was green?
really good.
Nice.
Nice.
So you get the little green chevron to put in your
Maybe.
That's good.
tray thing.
Oh,
I'll tell you, they're
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
tricky
know.
to get in at first. Once you figure it out, they're fine. And it is easier to pick up the pawns off the table and and put it in.
Boink.
Boink. Yeah, they're not as easy as Trivial Pursuit. That's literally just a pie piece that goes where it looks
You
like it
just
goes.
bloop.
It's like you kind of
It's a
have to
puzzle.
make an imagination of it. Okay. Yeah, I read for you. Okay. In what city does the title character live in the film Christopher Robin 2018? We saw this one. And again,
In what city?
don't overthink it.
New
Yeah.
York?
No.
I don't know. Seattle.
Just think about it and maybe get your headphone wire unwrapped around that. There you go.
Wait, say that again?
What city does the
Get
title
over
character
chances?
live in Christopher Robin, the 2018 film
I don't know.
with Ewan McGregor? Think about the way these people speak, the characters' voices, the human characters speaking.
Give me the accent.
I can't.
Why?
I'm not good at it.
I don't do a very good one, but I'll
There it
try.
What city? There's only like 3 well-known ones.
England?
That's not a city. That's the country.
I know. It's a country. London?
Yeah,
Yeah.
London.
Oh, okay.
It's London, and that was
Okay.
pink, right?
Sure, I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll
That
give it to
counts
you.
for me, thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm being.
'Cause
It's
I'm-
Generosity Day on the podcast.
Oh,
We're,
thanks.
we're trying to be
We're being
fast.
nice
but-
over here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're trying to be fast.
We're
but
trying to be
also
fast,
trying
but
to be.
this is really fun.
It's fun, yeah. Okay, I got a 3. 1, 2, 3. I land on a magical portal. I'm gonna go straight into the castle
The blue.
because I want my blue one, and I'm fairly confident that I can get it right. Oh, that's another thing I was gonna say is with the kid version,
Be good at this.
it seems like the color corresponds to like the difficulty. So like blue is the easiest and orange is the hardest.
So like
Something
as you
like that.
go.
Well, like
On the
like
board?
top to bottom.
Oh,
So like
okay.
blue is easiest, red is next, then
Pink, green, and yellow.
Not
yellow.
for all
Oh,
the cards, though.
That's what it seems like for the kids one, but for the adult ones, it literally seems
didn't.
like there's no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
Like maybe it's the category that the question is from. I don't know. I haven't picked up on it yet. But I'm all overzealous over here, thinking I'm gonna I got this. I already got the show run out. Sorry.
In Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Elizabeth, Will, and the Black Pearl crew are trying to rescue Jack from where?
Is it Davy Jones' Locker?
Yes, sir, it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
I was like,
Good job.
is that the movie that it was? Like, I
Which one
watched
was
all the
it?
Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but not enough to be able to remember.
It's been a
lot
while
of detail.
since I've watched.
I remember
Any
way
of
more
them.
than I. I don't even remember names.
4.
Four.
Raylan spins a 4. 3, 4. So you get blue.
Blue.
Ow.
Sorry.
You gotta snap it.
I hope you got a paper cut.
Blue. Which Hawaiian island is the setting for Lilo and Stitch? Ooh, that's kind of hard. That's a geography question. Which Hawaiian island is the setting for Lilo and Stitch? I thought it was just Hawaii.
That's funny.
I'm a teacher.
I teach second graders.
Okay.
I
I don't really teach geography though.
Yeah.
I kind of do, but
That's
not
like
really.
3rd grade is when they get more into geography, and I think
Like
4th
I just
grade is
teach
they really
the
get into
oceans
it.
and like
Yeah.
the continents.
Yeah.
Yeah, basic geography.
That's it. Yeah.
Like broad spectrum.
Oahu.
No.
Dang.
Is it? I don't know.
Honolulu.
I was gonna say Kauai.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
Nice.
I don't get any points for that. That was Raylan's questions. I just want to clarify. I do not get points for answering Raylan's question. That's illegal.
Stealing.
3.
I'm just kind of not. I don't want to say I'm cocky,
1, 2, 3.
but I guess I kind of
1,
am.
2, 3.
I'm not trying to be, but like, I
Sorry,
like
I
Disney
know
history,
all
so I
of
like
the
it.
cards and like just quiz each other too. If you
That's
wanted
true.
to.
That's
Yeah.
totally a
You
thing you could do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you were like didn't want to get the board out, you could literally just get
Yeah.
the cards and just go through quizzing. It would be kind of fun.
Done that
I would
with
have
Trivial
so much
Pursuit
fun with
before.
that. Yeah. Okay, you got this one.
Okay.
Oh, maybe you don't. In the 2015 film Inside Out, Anger hates hearing the jingle for what product?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it is specific, but if you can get like what kind of product it is, I'll give it to you.
Oh my gosh. I think it's, oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Don't be embarrassed. You just don't listen to as many movies as I do. I should be embarrassed.
Can I have a hint?
It is, we have a similar product in the real world, but theirs is +1.
What?
I don't know.
That was kind of confusing.
That wasn't a very good one. It is a breath freshening tool product.
Toothbrush?
No.
I don't know.
It's triple dent gum.
What is that? Triple dent gum?
Is it?
We have double mint.
Double mint. I was thinking double
Double
dent. Okay, that's
double
why.
mint.
Okay.
Triple mint. Yeah.
Here you go.
Trident was the other one. Okay.
You
My
were
brain is so
mixing
dumb.
them together.
Oh man, that's fun. Okay, so I spin my spinner. I get spin again. I spin again. That's more towards 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I go 1, 2. I already have blue, but I'm gonna have you ask me the question, and if I get it right,
Then he gets.
I get to spin again.
Okay. In the animated television series Hercules, who is Herc's best friend? Tempest, Icarus, or Adonis?
Oh, can you say those again? Tempest, Icarus,
Icarus, or Adonis?
Adonis. I feel like it's not the one I think it is. Oh. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Icarus.
You are correct, sir.
Nice.
I am. Oh, okay.
Nice. Good job.
Nice. So
Okay,
now I
get to
spin
go
again and see where I land. I got a 1. So now I am on orange, which is another color I need. So let's see what question I get.
King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph is actually which character in disguise?
Oh, I wouldn't even know. I know he's a bad guy. He's a villain.
Yeah, I don't know this one.
I don't know.
Are you sure you don't know?
No.
Okay.
King Candy is actually Margaret.
Margaret.
Who is he? Is it like a character name?
It's a character from another video game that is the same type of game as the candy
What?
one.
Someone from Mario?
So
No.
puzzled.
I'm kind of confused.
Do you know what
Hold
the
on.
candy game is that Ralph
Yeah,
goes
it's a racing
into?
game.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Another
be super
game.
mad at
Yeah,
yourself.
because I feel like I should know this. I don't know, Dale Jr. I don't know.
No, like
I'm
well,
so
I think
lost.
the setting is supposed to be like present day, so it's like an older, same type of game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Ooh, I think I know what it is.
You're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna be so mad. But
Probably.
I think
you
I
give
know.
it the guess. I give up.
I don't know, Candy Crush
No.
or Mario Kart.
No.
No, I already said that.
Oh yeah. I don't know what is it.
Turbo.
Turbo.
Yeah, remember because they unplugged his game?
Oh yeah.
and
Oh my
he-
god.
yeah.
Ah, dang it.
Aw, shucks.
Oh well. Ah poo. Ah poo.
Good job not swearing.
I'm good at that.
Juan,
Juan, now you're on orange with us.
look at
We're
us.
all on orange.
All hanging out
Who would have thought we'd
together.
be here like this,
Okay.
huh?
Oh
Not
my
me.
gosh.
Finish the line from The Emperor's New Groove. You know, the funny thing about shaking hands is...
Oh my gosh.
I know this
You have
one.
to have hands.
I don't know if I should give it to her or not. I mean, yeah, probably.
I think
You
she has
have
the
to have
gist.
hands.
Yeah, you need hands.
You need hands.
Yeah, good
that's
job.
that's definitely close enough.
Yeah, that's close.
And that's the fun part about any game like Trivial Pursuit or anything like this.
On that one,
You can make up these rules by yourself. You can help out your friends as much as you want. You can You can give them close enoughs if you want. Like it's fun.
That was
It's
good.
a great time.
You didn't say
I think we'll
need.
do
You
one
said
more round,
have.
Yeah.
and then we'll
Okay, sounds good.
call it caps.
Yeah.
And actually, this round, let's do the kids ones.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'll be more
Oh.
embarrassed. But it's okay. Okay, go ahead. Three. One,
This is what's
two,
going to be
three.
tricky, is because I would like to tell the audience what picture is on the card, but I guess I'll wait till after the question is read.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So not really. Adriana is on red, so I'm going to draw the kids card, which has a picture of a character on the back. And then the first question, the red question is, what show am I from?
Oh my gosh.
I remember watching this show like once maybe or twice growing up.
Dude, I lived on this.
I was
when
going to
like
say, we
14.
watched this so much.
I
Oh my
love this
gosh.
show.
My brother watched it more than I did.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say.
a good show. I liked a lot of the shows that taught you Spanish. I just didn't
Oh,
retain
this is
any of
Spanish?
it.
Yeah.
So it taught you
Mhm.
Spanish?
Yeah. You did, though.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's not like it was
Fun
an
fact.
instructional video on how to speak
Yeah.
Spanish. It was like Dora, where they
Yeah.
teach you random Spanish
Yeah.
words. But
What the heck, man?
I like Dora and Go Diego Go. Those are both fun.
I don't know. I literally have no idea.
Give it your best shot. I'm sorry. I just realized you're drinking a Pepsi, and I would appreciate if you would hide that logo for me.
Sorry, my bad.
We're a Coke podcast. I'm just kidding. I'm
So
totally
sorry.
kidding. Oh, we are not monetized, so it literally doesn't
Oh,
matter.
Like fix it, Stuart.
No, it's Handy Manny.
Oh,
So on the picture is a
man,
picture of
Handy
Manny
Manny.
Garcia from Handy Manny.
Dang.
So you would show that to a kid and have them answer the questions on the back
Handy
related to that.
Manny.
Will you just spin the spinner for me?
Yeah, Handy Manny. 3.
3. Okay, so I'll give you that. I'm going to move my character 3 spaces.
I remember that.
And I get a red question on... You do show me the back of this card.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
She's a character from one of the... I think she's from Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Hmm.
Hopefully that's not the red question. She's not? Oh, okay. Well, read me the question and I'll see what I can do.
It's red. Who is my best friend?
Oh, I couldn't
I
tell
don't
you.
think you even know this show.
Here,
That's
let's
hilarious.
for the sake of entertainment,
sake
let's
of
get rid of that
entertainment.
and
Yeah.
let's try to find a different one.
Let's find a better
go.
one.
Okay, I know who that character is. So.
What movie am I from?
Oh, okay. It's a picture of Judy Hopps driving the truck later in the movie when she goes back home. So it's from Zootopia.
Good job.
So
Good
I
job.
would get my red chevron for that. And that goes in my little stand. And it's a little tricky, but once you figure out how they go in, it's really easy and it actually makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so last turn.
Last turn. Raylan moves 1 space. So you're going to get a green
Already got a green
question based off of this character.
Okay.
Your green question is, what is the name of my pet tiger?
Jasmine is the...
Yeah, it's a photo
Oh
of
my
Jasmine
gosh.
from Aladdin.
What is the... Wait, say that again?
What is the
Name-
name of my pet
Oh,
tiger?
wow. Dang.
Oh, dang it.
We should have
Feel like
switched
I
to the
should
kids
know
ones a
this.
little earlier so we could get a good mix of both
Yeah.
instead of just one of each.
That's okay.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, the kids ones can
Can
be
you give
tricky
me a
too.
hint?
Yeah, it's Arabian sounding.
Oh, thanks.
Arabian night.
It starts with an R.
Raja.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah,
Raja.
there you
So
go.
Raylan would get her.
Other one.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, see, the thing is, Raylan would get her green one, but Raylan already has green. So Raylan would get to spin again and try to get another one. So that'll
Okay.
actually give us a little bit more variety
Okay.
here. So you go 2, so you're going to come up,
Look at
join us
us.
on red.
Nice.
This is weird.
This is very odd.
Okay.
Stitch.
Your question is, what does Jumba call me?
Oh. Oh, dang it.
I haven't really seen that much, so I don't know.
This is a good one.
Dang. These are kid ones.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Stitch in a while.
Yeah. She's thinking really
I
hard.
am. Dang. Probably harder than I need to be.
Probably. If you can give me the number, I'll give it to you.
Oh, experiment 626.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So there you go. So now you get your red
red.
chevron.
Yay. So
Yeah,
this demo.
in this
Raylan
demo, we'll
wins.
just end it there. So we're done now.
Raylan wins.
I win.
Raylan would win because she got
Wow.
more right.
More, yeah.
But yeah. So
Cool. I give this a 5.
I won
out of 5.
all those games.
Well,
Honestly.
4
Do you have the
because
lid?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
a lot
over here.
about the
You hand it to
answers
me.
to them, but 4.5.
Show it off.
yeah. Thank you.
4.5. I like the
course.
design on the box too.
Yeah,
It's
the design on the
fluorescent.
box is really cool. If I remember, and Adriana helps me remember, we'll post pictures of some of this one on the Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
That'd
I
be
love
cool.
this game. So I get to go first this time. I know you already rated yours, but I love this game. I have enjoyed thoroughly every time I played it. Just leave
Who
it.
gave you
Oh,
this
okay.
again?
I believe this was from Marcy.
and Chris.
Yeah, and Christian. I really love playing it every time I played it. There's a lot of cards. So like, even though we've played
Variety,
it
yeah.
3 or 4 times now, we have not got any repeats.
Yeah.
And the nice thing too is that even if we were getting to the repeats, the chances of you getting the same color you got the last time you saw the
Right.
card super low.
Yeah.
True,
So, like,
yeah. The
There's a lot of
probability.
replayability in this game. I like that you can play it like we could literally sit at this table and play it with us and Wayne.
Yeah.
And we could play with the adult cards, and then,
And then-
like Wayne could, and you maybe if you wanted to could play with the kids cards.
Yeah.
And it would not break the
Inclusivity.
game. Yeah, like you can play
Yeah.
with everyone. I don't know what the
It's a
age range
really
is on this
good
one, but
family game.
I loved it. This is honestly my number one recommendation.
be
If you're
getting
looking
it.
for a fun game to play on New Year's with
Yep.
friends or family, and you're all Disney fans, this is an amazing game to get for that. Highly recommend. 5 out of 5 from me. I love this game.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 for sure.
Cool.
I'm gonna go buy it.
4.5.
4.5. Adriana
No,
just
high
hesitates.
score still. Though.
Okay. Adriana hesitates to give everything a 5. Let me just roll that one more time. Okay, so yeah, those are the 3 games that I have for Disney that I would recommend or enjoy playing on New Year's if you're looking for some Disney themed Disney games, I guess, themed games
Yeah.
to play on New Year's while you're getting ready for the ball to drop. We do have a couple honorable mentions. The first one is a game that we picked up at Target, I think, called Space Mountain. It's a fun game themed to the ride Space Mountain in Disneyland. Actually, it's themed to was it 6 parks
Yeah. I
that
think
have
so.
a Space Mountain, or is it 5?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I think it's 5. 5 Disney parks in the world have Space Mountain, and there is a little like cardboard display of each one, and like
That's
the whole
cool.
point of the game is like you're navigating to the different ones and stuff, and like you're collecting things. It
Kinda
is
like
not an intuitive
life.
game. It is super annoying, but the sake that it's themed to Space Mountain, I didn't hate it. But honestly, it's in the box and
It's
it'll
not
probably
the
stay
one
there. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I want to play Space Mountain.
Yeah, exactly. I probably won't play it again anytime soon.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe when we
Give it another shot.
Yeah, maybe. So the reason that, well, not the reason, but one of the reasons that Raylan was here today is because you know that me and Marcy, we have the thing where we talk about DComs, and Raylan was like, well, I want my thing to be games. So we wanted to do this one, and I think these games play better with more than 2 people, especially Chronology.
Definitely. Yeah.
That one plays way better with 3 people.
Yeah.
So having more people, and also I wanted to try having 3 people on a podcast at one time. So we'll see how it went. Hopefully it went well. But yeah, so maybe me and you can play that one
Okay.
on another podcast. Because I gotta have a whole bunch of stuff fill up next year. We got some things in the works for 2024.
Awesome.
Yeah. So overall, I love games, and especially Disney games.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. Well, no, I won't. There is one other like sort of honorable mention that I was gonna talk about, and I'm only gonna briefly touch on it, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
And so there was Space Mountain. The other one is a game called Cards Against Disney, which is Cards Against Humanity, but Disney themed. And I do not recommend playing that with children.
Yeah,
and you need
not
some
a family game.
Yeah, it is not a family game. There's some pretty raunchy stuff in there, but it can be hilarious. The only downside is there's not a whole lot of variety in there. I think I've owned it for a couple of years and I've played it twice and I've got repeat cards like instantly.
Yeah.
So not a lot of replayability in it. Not a very, it's not like an NSF game, like not safe for work kind of game.
Yeah.
But it is fun. So if you're an adult group, then it's fun. But the only downside is you can't just buy it at Target. Like you got a special, you're like, there's I think you can get it on eBay or Amazon.
Oh, yeah,
eBay.
probably.
But yeah.
Who uses that?
Right. Cool. So yeah, I hope you guys have a happy new year. And we're excited to bring some new stuff in 2024. Our first episode of 2024 will be a kind of state of the podcast kind of video where we share what we've done and what we're going to be doing in 2024, our plans and all that good stuff. We have a lot of things in the works right now, and I'm super excited. Awesome. I've been going since mid-September.
It's pretty good. I'm so proud of you.
And we've had a podcast out every single Friday, and so I want to keep that momentum going into 2024. So yeah, thank you, my beautiful wife, for supporting me this whole time and being my guest when I need one. Thank you, Ralyn, for joining us today. This was super fun.
It's fun.
And I'm glad that we had you on so that I could like explain the rules and like, because I struggle to explain to camera. But if I can explain to a person,
for sure.
So like I would have left out details and like skipped over things, and so I'm glad that we were able to have you here so you could join us and
glad I was able to come
enjoy the games with us. So yeah, 2024 is coming. We've got a lot of stuff, but until then, guys, let the wonder take hold.